We were wonderful.
Well, this is an old picture, and it's a little cloudy,
Oh, yeah.
but you can kind of see us
Well, your
doing our
green light
thing.
is reflecting all over it.
I know, child. That's what
Okay,
happens.
put that away. Put that away. Tell me what's been happening, honey. What's going on? And oh, look at the people. Okay, I saw so many of my friends. Susan Kalechi Watson, I saw.
I know, so many people. Child, I have to put my glasses to read names.
And
I can't.
Shonda was on, and
Shonda was on. Everybody wanted to see us talking to each other. See, we need to go back and do that show, girl. We need to do it. The Old Settler was just a beginning for us. That movie, Felisha and I did a movie, The Old Settler, that was amazing. And we got great reviews all around the country about two old women living together in Harlem. And she ran off and left me for some young man. And then he left her.
Sisters living together who had a history.
Had a
that
real
doesn't
history.
reveal itself until much later on.
Much later that I had taken. You thought I took your man. I didn't take your man.
Oh, girl, please stop. And you know who else I saw was on? Lena Waithe was on too.
Oh, Lena Waithe is amazing. She's in London. Hey, Lena, if you're over there, hey, girl. She is amazing. She's doing such amazing things. I love, love, love her. Love, love, love
and
her.
And Brisha Webb. I saw Brisha Webb.
Yes.
Yes. Shay.
Hey, well, Felisha, first of all, congratulations to you on all these things. My God, we just kind of took over Netflix for Christmas, didn't we?
No,
Jingle Jangle.
There's so many things on Netflix.
Wait. No, Jingle Jangle was amazing. And you know that it was.
Yeah,
People
it is.
feel so proud of the work and the craft that went into that. People are so excited about Dance Dreams. Oh my God, Dance Dreams is amazing.
Dance Dreams, Debbie. Oh, first of all, that's a big shout out to Shonda for having produced that documentary. It is so beautiful. And I have to say, I've known you all your life, okay? And yet, and still, I never cease to be amazed at what you're doing and at the long range effects of what you're doing. I was thinking about it this morning, how you have really informed not only the artistic development, but the education of young people and their character development through dance, through the arts. And we know that is the power and the value of arts. It's not just entertainment, honey.
It's not
just entertainment.
Well, it's like I said in that, Oliver Bokeberg captured such candid moments because he was always in the room. I really would forget that he was there. And, sometimes he was put on the microphone. I said, Oliver, you're getting on my nerves now. I got to work. But he captured such honest moments. The moment I like when I told them this was a rehearsal for life, not just for this production.
Yeah.
We know it develops character education, the arts, which is why we need it everywhere, which is why it ought to be in the public schools, because when we grew up in Houston, remember we had music. We didn't just have music, Debbie. We had in a time of legal segregation in this country, in our school and in all of the schools owned instruments that were lent to students whose parents couldn't buy them or didn't buy them. Right. And it was a badge of honor for me to be carrying my viola home every day. And you know what?
You couldn't carry your bass.
And you didn't have to go to class at 5 a.m. in the morning to participate. It was part of the curriculum. And remember Mr. Harrison, our band director over there at Miller. And then what's his name at Yates? He was hilarious.
Dr. Bennett, honey.
Dr. Bennett.
Oh, Will Henry.
Oh, honey. He was something.
He was something else.
Well, this was the thing because we did musicals. We did musical productions in junior high school. And even in elementary school, we had music appreciation where we learned. At Felisha, you at 12 years old were mistress of ceremony of the biggest musical event in Houston, Texas. As a beautiful Black child up there, honey, I will never forget seeing you in that light and those thousands of young people, thousands in the audience. And you were so elegant as the mistress of ceremonies. It was like the big musical festival. It was like every school in Houston participated, black, white, everyone. And there you were, the mistress of ceremonies in that kind of beige yellow dress. Do you remember that linen dress?
I'll never forget that dress. That dress
I
with the
will.
white pinafore. That was when
Pinafore.
I decided to become an actress.
Was it that moment for you?
Well, you know, Deborah,
Wait.
you know, first of all, I was 11 years old. I was in the 6th grade.
So see, even then, earlier
Okay,
than I said.
did you say it right? But you know, at 11 years old, you know how it is with girls. At 11 years old, you know, am I pretty enough? Am I lovely enough? And when I looked around our family, you know, everybody was beautiful, but I didn't think I was.
You
But
always were. I
but
don't know
that
why
night,
you made
but
yourself
that night, but
that night.
that
That,
night, I stood in the spotlight.
ooh,
And you know what? It took me time to figure it out years later, but I would remember at the end of the program, the mothers came to collect their children, and I heard one of them say to another, there she is. There's a little girl who spoke so beautifully. Isn't she beautiful? She didn't talk about what I had on. She didn't talk
no.
about the Shirley Temple curls or the ruffles on my socks. She talked about the way I spoke. Well, the truth of that was, girl, those teachers rehearsed me before and after school for weeks. And
You
so
know
when
they
I
had to
got
make
up
you,
there,
you had
I
to be
held that
perfect. You were
script.
representing the nation.
I held that script, but I didn't have to read it because I knew it by heart. And
Well,
that's
honey,
the beauty.
that was the
Communicating from
beauty
the
of,
heart. That's the beauty.
well, see, that's why I want to get them young at 11 years old. That's the time. I have them at 3.5 at the Debbie Allen Dance Academy. I start in on them right then and there. And if they want to be in that hot chocolate nutcracker, they have to come with it. They have to come and be professional. They have to come and know that it's serious. And they do. It is just precious. I'm just wait. What is it? To know about you two? I know we're getting a lot of questions, and
All
we're
right,
going
let's
to
answer some
that.
questions, Deborah. Tell me some questions. Ask
Okay, well, okay, they're asking a question. Wait a minute, it was there. Wait a minute, I'm gonna tell you 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna bring that up. But let me just finish that remark. When they're young is when we need to get them. So in the fall, this fall coming, I'm gonna start the Debbie Allen Middle School for the Arts.
Yeah.
It's gonna only be the 6th grade to start with. And then the next year, it'll be the 6th and the 7th grade. And then next year, the 6th, 7th, and the 8th. So we're going to start taking applications. And the truth is, we don't even have money. So it's a paid thing, but I know people will contribute to help kids get there. But it will be focused on the arts, and they don't have to have the highest academic achievement to get in. They have to have the spirit of the arts in them. And that's what you have, Felisha. You were doing that. You said 11. You were acting, honey, at 8 and 9. We're not going to talk about all that right now. That I'm going to save for the book.
Don't you dare to tell.
I'm not going to tell that story. I'm not going to tell that story. I'm going to save it for my book because I am writing it now.
Oh, you and that book. You and that book.
I am. I've been writing it forever, but I'm actually committing to a publisher now, so it's happening. But listen, okay, we're getting a question. So they're asking about the two of us living in Mexico. So they've heard me talk about it. They heard us talk about it in various interviews. And first of all, our mother, Vivian Ayers Allen, the space age poet, who, you know, we were talking about space and talking about Black women in space, and she was like, I'm the first woman to go in space because mommy was a time travel artistically and spiritually, which is where it really counts in a big way.
Yeah.
And so the world just needs to know my mother is like the true Renaissance woman, ahead of her time always.
Yeah.
And sometimes that was not the best place to be in because she was progressive and she was pushing her children. We were wearing natural hair when we were little, and they were talking about, child, get the hot comb out. You need that nappy nest pressed. And mama was letting us be natural when we were like, 7 and 8 years old. And when she wanted to go to Mexico, because she had tired of this racial segregation and the limitations in America, and she wanted something new for us and for herself. And she always took us with her. This is something I think all parents need to pay attention to. Take your children with you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't leave them behind. Take them with you.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how difficult it is, take them with you.
That's
Because
right.
that's how Felisha and I have become who we are. Mama always took us with her, and we were part of her vision and her dream along the way. So Mexico, oh my God, that was an incredible experience. We didn't know the language, but wow, what an opening experience that was. We believed what Mama had been telling us always, that we were children of the universe, that there were no boundaries, we could do anything. And we got to Mexico and we started to really see that it was true. We started to see it.
Yeah. 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 We were someplace where being Black was beautiful long before anybody clenched and raised a fist.
That's right.
And the people would look at us when we walked down the street and they'd say, "Ay, negrita.
Ay,
Ay,
negrita.
negrita." And when they said that at first, because of our conditioning, having lived in segregation all our lives, we didn't quite know how to take it. But in time, we understood that it was admiration for the color of our skin.
It was.
And the texture of our hair.
It was.
It absolutely was. And nobody clenched a fist and nobody broke a bottle over nobody's head. They just saw it for what it is, beauty. And that was great. That was a time in which I learned my capacity to study and learn foreign language. And that was shaped a lot for me in life. That was destiny. And because later on in life, that would really pay off. When I started the Cosby Show, it was wanted, Claire Huxtable was wanted to be bilingual. That was something that Mr. Cosby wanted her to be. And so I was preparing for this audition, and I was staying in your apartment on Fifth Avenue, and upstairs there was an Hispanic family, and I was always with those children. And I said, okay, so this is what's written on the page, but there's something I want to say that's not on the page. So this is what I want to say, and I want to make sure that my accent is correct. And they rehearsed me. So when I went into the audition, and I read, well, I said what was on the page and everything. Then came that moment when there was improvisation, and I could just hit it, and I did it.
I love it. Destiny, honey, destiny. Destiny. I studied Greek drama. There's something called destiny.
Destiny. And Mama influenced that because Mommy had begun her work. This was before Mama went to NASA to work.
Right, before she went to NASA.
She was an assistant librarian at Rice University.
That's right. Right. That was a great experience.
That was everything Mommy did influenced our upbringing. Everything Mommy was involved in really provided a great platform from which we would launch. So there she was at Rice University working in the library. And remember when she would bring home things that they were throwing out? Like,
oh my God, there was some kind of flood. They had some kind of little flood. And they had this amazing, these were first edition books that had a little water damage. Mama brought those books home. So this is what I'm saying about parents, including your children. Bring your children with you, because it's how you can make the world a better place. Look at us. We weren't just by accident out here becoming who we are. No. We were destined, and we were raised to go out here and do something with creativity, and do something not just about ourselves. And this is what Mama always did. Mama was doing something. Mama was the one that she was working with the ad hoc committee of the National Endowment of the Arts. And they came to Houston, Texas, to see what she was creating. She had created a program, Gerontology in the Arts, which inspired me to do my Calibri Arts at Dada. That's a program just for elders, a dance program that's off the hook.
Everything Mama ever did.
Everything comes out of that. So that she took us with her to Mexico, that she took us everywhere. Oh my God. There were so many things. She gave Muhammad Ali his first poetry reading in Houston, Texas.
Yes, she did.
It was before he was Muhammad Ali.
And before all that, Deborah, before all that, remember the big white house we lived in on Ben Street?
Yes, that big.
Do you remember? and I hope we don't get into trouble with the government for this, but do
What
you
part?
remember when Texas Southern University students were planning their sit-in at the Woolworth's lunch counter in
Yes.
our living room?
In our
In
living
our
room.
living room.
In our living
And
room,
Mama
child.
was unafraid. Mommy was
Ooh.
totally,
Mommy
Mommy was the champion.
and
She's the champion.
remember her boyfriend Rainier, the physicist?
Yes. And
Nothing. I'm just saying. We just had great experiences with Mommy, from our cultural identity to her being a woman, very much a woman, and very feminine, and needing her space and her own private time.
okay,
Child, she would.
so this is a fond memory that came up. Freshman year at Howard University, I come home for Christmas time. And Mommy's, you and Tex and me and Mommy were in this apartment on Ben Street. And I hear a yell that shook the three earths, the three worlds rather. And I come running to see what was the matter. What could possibly be the matter? In typical Debbie fashion, you standing there with this little look on your face like, and Mama was furious. She was furious. And I was looking for this. I said, what happened? What happened? Mommy was baking a ham. Mommy baked a ham.
I remember.
And Tex, as our older brother, Tex convinced you, Debbie, go cut the fat off the ham.
Well, what did I know?
Except you went and did it.
I did what I was told.
And then we got the speech.
Oh, God.
Big stinky teenagers. I have given you the best years of my life.
My
Blah,
life.
blah, 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 blah. And such and so. And da, 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 da. And now she went and cut the fat off the ham.
Off the ham. Girl, I remember I was in the doghouse for a long time over that one. You and Tex. Oh, God. That was really something. Growing up in Houston, Texas, in that house on Truxilla, you and Tex were terrorizing me all the time. I used to chase, you also let me chase you around the house, then you would hide, and I would miss you, and you jump out and scare me. It's why and lock me in the closet. You know, y'all did lock me in the closet now.
Oh, it wasn't for that long.
Oh, it was long enough for you to closet me.
Are there any more questions, Debbie?
Oh, yes. Okay, so
questions?
this is the question. They want to know, well, of course, they want to know if we're going to collaborate on other projects, and they want to know what are our beauty secrets, and then they want to know what advice do we have for people in the 30s. There's a lot of questions. Which one? First, they want to know how Mom is. Mom is great. Mom is in the other room having her beauty rest because she was up all night with us for Christmas, and we drank rum punch, honey. Catherine Dunham gave me the recipe for rum punch. Catherine Dunham gave me the recipe, child, and I gave it to Mom, and she just loved it, honey. And she still, it made her sleep soundly. Let me just put it that way. Good. So Mommy is great. Mommy is great. And beauty secrets. Okay, Felisha, you talk first since you're the most beautiful one.
Oh, Debbie, you know you're the most beautiful one.
No, you are. You've always been. You know, you always were acting like that ugly duckling, but you were always who I wanted to look like. That's for sure. That's right.
Oh, well, Coach said one of the things is I don't drink rum punch.
Too bad.
I don't drink.
Too bad. Too bad. Too bad.
Although I will confess, when I was in London with Cat on the Hat Tin Roof, I joined a friend at the Christmas fair out in Hyde Park, and we did visit the German stall and get some spiced mulled wine. All it took was one little clay cup, and honey, I was stumbling down the street like a derelict. That's why I can't do it. But, you know, I think a lot of it has to do with, well, first of all, it has to do with genes. Yeah. Because, you know,
Yeah,
remember
we have good
Papa,
genes.
Papa never had a wrinkle. Remember Papa never had a wrinkle on his face?
Not one wrinkle. And mommy still,
Face
I
was
mean, at
so
her age, just beautiful.
just beautiful. I drink lots of water. Remember Papa always drank a lot of water.
Yes, he drank lots of water.
That's right,
Yeah.
drink lots of water. And then, you know, just keeping your skin clean. If I
Yeah,
don't have to, I don't put makeup on. And when I
right.
do put makeup on, I like to use it sparingly.
Yes. And you look beautiful too. You always look so gorgeous. And, you know, Felicia just always just had this elegance about it. And we're different. They know that we're different. You know, I'm the one that's loud, and Felicia will be the one that'll be cool. But, you know, this is why we would take pictures together, and Felicia would be looking so beautiful, but I'd be smiling like damn Ronald McDonald. And Felicia and be so beautiful. She said, I had to clock that. I'm like, why does she look pretty? And why do I look so tired? What is that? So it is water, it's your diet, and remembering that your body is your temple. Also, exercise is very important. Exercise, just sweat doing something. If you do it just 3 or 4 times a week. You know, I've been doing my live Instagram class since March, since COVID, and that's helped a lot of people. I give that class away, and we have the virtual dance world from Dada. But there's lots of places that you can get busy in this time. I know it's restrictive to not be able to go to a gym or go to a class, but there's ways for you to sweat. It's important to sweat. And I think also your mental capacity
You mean your mental
informs
state?
how
Your
you
mental
look.
state.
Yes,
Your
your
mental
mental
state.
state. You
State.
know, you have got to be able to carry the weight of things, and then at times of the day, let it all go. That's what the Chinese doctor taught me. You sent me to Dr. Shin many years ago, Chinese doctor in New York. And he would always say to me, you will live to be very old. Take nap 15, 20 minutes a day. That means lay down and let everything go. You know, here in America, we're so driven. My friends in Italy, Gianfranco and Positano, Shea Black, they all have something called the quality of life. We went to, we started going on these boat trips. Norman came up with this idea of a boat in Denzel Washington and Paulette, and we all went with all of our kids. But when we went to Europe, everywhere we would go at a certain time of day, everything shut down for 2 or 3 hours. People really had the siesta. People weren't so driven that they couldn't let it go. So I think part of this is also being able to do what you do, but find a way to let it go. And I'm really working on myself more this year. That's one of my New Year's resolutions, is to let go a little bit more, just a little bit.
Next question. What's the next question?
Okay, the next question is, do we have on the same pajamas? I don't know. Are
I'm
those
not
the
wearing
ones
pajamas.
See, mine are pajamas. Yours is a jacket?
Yeah, the shirt.
A shirt. So mine is silk. These pajamas are probably 6 years old. I bought them years ago in
And
Neiman
this shirt is
Marcus.
probably just as old.
Okay.
You
They
know
want
what?
to know, did either of you pass up a role? They want to know, did either of us ever pass up a role that we wish we had taken? Felicia, is there a role that you wish you had said yes to that you said no to?
There is a role that I said no to, but I won't say I wish I had done it because of the actress who did do it.
You did do it?
No, the actor who did perform the role.
But that's okay. What role was that? You can
Clarence
say it.
Hart.
Oh.
And Whoopi Goldberg performed that, and when I saw it, I said, well, that's why I didn't do it, because I wasn't supposed to do it. She was supposed to do that because
It had Whoopi's name on it. That's what happens.
it had
just
Whoopi's name on it. That's right. And she was just like she is in everything she does, honest and true. You know, that's why we love her. That's why we love her so much. She's just honest, you know. I like
Well,
that.
I can't. Yeah, yeah.
What about you? What about you?
Well, it's. I don't know if it's something I turned down that I wished I had said yes to, but some things I turned down because of other commitments that I wish I could have done.
Oh yeah, I've
I
had
had been
those.
asked to direct a movie called Ruby Bridges and
Mm.
years ago, and Usan Palsy ended up directing it with Johnny Simmons, who is one of my favorite DPs in the world.
Our favorite DP.
Yes, we love Johnny Simmons. Emmy Award winning Johnny Simmons. He's like got 3 now. He just won again. But anyway, I had as many years committed myself to DADA, to our annual fundraiser, and we were doing Brothers of the Night, my children's book. James Ingram was the Reverend, and I was Sunday, and I could not forsake the children. So I had to pass on a movie I really wished I could have done.
Yeah.
But it turned out great, and I needed to be with the kids. And many years, I've missed a lot of opportunities, I guess you could say. But the real opportunity for me has been to stay with these kids and be there for them. And so that's a commitment. You know, it's a life commitment.
That's a commitment. You know, that's a commitment. Life's moments are unfolding, and the greatest moment is right before us in the present.
Yeah.
Not what we imagine. That's the theme of this film, Soul. That's the truth.
Yeah. What is the movie Soul, Felisha? I mean, you know, okay, look, you have Jingle Jangle. What is the other one that just came out on HBO?
Between the World and Me.
Between the World and Me.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have Soul.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Isn't that enough?
I don't know, because you know, Miss Thing, you don't tell nobody nothing. We find out about it when everybody else reads it in the trade. So
that's what Mama said do. Mama said don't talk about what you're doing before you do it.
But you've done this, child. It's been in the can. You could have told me by now. What is Soul? Tell me what Soul is.
It's an animated feature. It's Pixar animated feature. It is written by Kemp Powers. It's directed by Pete Docter. It is Jamie Foxx is the lead character.
Oh, that's great.
And in some of the reviews, what comes out, Tina Fey is also in this. And what comes out, oh yeah, wonderful. Tina Fey, Angela Bassett, David Diggs, Questlove.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of all the people who are. I'm leaving people
And
out.
what do you play in it, Lish?
What do you think I play? I play the mother.
I don't know, child. I don't know. You might be a cat for all I know. This is animated.
No, Tina's the cat. Tina's the cat.
Okay, see, I knew there was a cat. I just knew it.
No, but the thing that's so beautiful about this, and there's so many things that are beautiful about it. First of all, the story is really good. Kemp did a wonderful job on the story. And Pete Docter, you know, from his other Pixar films, he's an award-winning director. And he's brilliant and calm and, you know, working with them like that. And I was never in a room with any of the other actors. I was just in the studio. And I didn't even know what the full script was, because you don't get that.
They
get with a secret child. They have to keep it quiet. But this story is about a man who wanted to be a jazz musician. And he kind of put that aside so that he could do something that was, you know how that is, more secure. So he's teaching band in a public school. Like Harrison. It's like I knew this story, right? I knew this story.
Oh, I'm going to watch that tonight then.
And then when he gets his big break, so one of his students comes back and tells him that a very famous, a very highly acclaimed jazz musician, voiced by Angela Bassett, is in need of a pianist. And he should come to the audition. And he comes and she wants him to play because he plays and he goes places nobody ever knew. And the animation on all of this is incredible, right?
I saw the trailer on your
unbelievable.
Instagram. It's great.
It's unbelievable. And just as he's about to take off, life changes. And he gets snatched out of his body.
Don't tell the whole story, girl.
I'm not telling the whole story. I'm just telling you.
You're telling too much.
You got to read the rest. I told the rest, though.
I'm so glad, Lish, you joined Instagram. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to express yourself and connect with people from
Yeah.
all over the world. And I'm just glad you joined the party, and I love you. I
Well,
love you.
I'm
People
glad I
want,
joined the party so we can do this today.
we could do this a few times. We'll do this again in a month or so. Okay, people want to know. Let me tell you what they want to know.
Okay.
They want, well, what they want to know, when are we going to see each other in person again? I don't know, Lish.
I don't know.
I don't
But you know,
know.
we're scheduled. No, okay. But that's a reading that we'll do. It'll be a
That's
tape.
a reading.
That'll
Yeah,
be
I don't
a
know.
reading that we'll do a Pearl Cleats play. Uh,
Yeah, I don't even know when that's scheduled. I'm not.
it's not
talked to.
scheduled because we didn't schedule it yet. But we'll
Oh, okay.
schedule it
Thank
soon.
you. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be.
Well, you've been busy, darling. We understand.
I have been busy, child. Grey's Anatomy has been amazing. We've
Yes.
gotten so many kudos from around the world for addressing COVID in the very realistic and sensitive way. All of my entire company is amazing. The actors on Grey's are amazing. The writing, Krista Vernoff, Shonda Rhimes gave us the gift of life when she gave us Krista Vernoff back as our showrunner. She has really stepped this game all the way up. We
That's
blew
what
the
she
world's
does.
mind
That's what she
when we
does.
brought back
Yeah.
McDreamy in that opening episode. I think we broke the internet.
I told you what Lee Manuel Miranda said to me. Your sister
Well,
broke the internet last night. That's what he said. Your sister broke the internet. But you know, Debbie, this is what's wonderful about Grey's Anatomy. Uh, it's so unique in so many ways, unique programming in every way. But Grey's Anatomy always addresses issues that are important in the most sensitive and honest way. And,
yeah.
and that's why people like it.
And we do it with there's always a bit of humor in the middle of something that can be terrifying
Yeah.
or painful.
Yes.
It's like in real life.
Yeah.
And the actors are so great. I have so much fun with Ellen Pompeo every day. She is hilarious. Jim Pickens, Chandra Wilson, Jesse,
I may
Camilla,
be seeing you soon.
Tim Raver. What?
I may be seeing you sooner than we think
Really?
because I may be coming to do some work on This Is Us.
What? They got you back again.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see.
I love that, Felisha. So
well, you know, I love. Okay, so I love. This is what I love about This Is Us. I love the show, right? I love the actors. I love the performance. I love the writing. It's just a great set. But what I really love is working with Susan Kelechi Watson.
Oh, yeah, you talk about her all the time.
I love Susan. I've known her since she was a student at Howard.
Right.
And she was in one of those classes. She was in that master class that I taught there at the end.
Talk about that for a minute. Wait a minute. So Felisha has been a master teacher at many universities. You know, I've done classes at Harvard, at Spelman, Howard, Emerson, a lot of universities. But Felisha has been a professor in dramatic art at some of the finest schools in the country. And one of her best classes that she taught with some of the most prolific students was at Howard University. Who was in your class, Lish? Talk about that for a minute. Just talk about that.
Well, I'll show you the three people that you would know of.
Okay.
Susan Kelechi Watson.
Yes.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick.
And Camilla Forbes, who is the artistic producing director of the Apollo Theater.
Amazing.
Who directed, Camilla directed Between the World and Me. When you see this, oh, you're going to love this. How would you, honey? HU, you know.
I love this so much that you have touched the lives. And this is part of the power of what is possible. You know, at Howard University, which was ingrained in our souls from our dad.
Yeah.
And we still have a scholarship in his name.
Yeah.
And we have some amazing people who were the Taraji.
The recipients of that, right.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Wendy, Raquel Robinson.
Yes.
We have anchors on CNN that, you know, all this was done quietly. But it's amazing that we go back to that education world, because that is a world that we know that needs to be touched. What was it like? What was Chadwick like in your class? I want to know.
Okay, Greg Alvarez was in that class too. I'm remembering people. I love Greg Alvarez. That class was incredible. I mean, they were young and they were bright and they were fearless. They would come in with scenes that were well beyond their years of development and supposedly their understanding, but they would be hitting it. They were amazing. And I don't feel that I've touched their lives so much as they have touched mine.
Beautiful.
Because teaching is a gift in which we receive, wouldn't you say?
I say it all the time.
Receive so much from the students. I learned so many things, because it isn't just the case that I walk into a class knowing what I'm going to say and knowing what I want to do and knowing I don't. You know, it becomes a safe space for us to work and to explore.
Explore.
Explore, yeah, to explore.
Is the most important word, explore. Because as a teacher, for me, you find out what they need. You may have go in with a, destination of where you want them to get to, but you have to find out and discover together how to get them there. What is the best way for them to get there?
That's right. And it's like directing a play. Every actor has their own language.
Yes.
And when you're directing a cast of actors, these are the things I learned about directing in my foray into directing with August Wilson's Gem of the Ocean at Seattle.
Yes.
I learned that directing was, first of all, creating and holding a vision, allowing enough space so that I could galvanize all of the creative energies to move in alignment with the vision, while I leave room for them to create things that I did not see.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Problem solving. Got to. And learning the actor's language. Because the best part of the whole thing for me, Debbie, is not having people do what I say. That means nothing. The best part for me is watching people collectively take ownership of the work.
Ownership. This is what we want. That is so well said.
And that applies to classroom work too. You can okay, which is the best way, because you do it different ways. It's never just one way.
Right. Never just one way. That's right.
But don't you just love it if you have the idea of what you would like to impart to the students, and instead of just telling them what it is outright, or creating so many hurdles for them to go over, they become discouraged. But somehow you open a door, you open a window for them to view through, or a door for them to walk through, because it's rooted in a truth that exists within them. They find it within themselves.
They find it within themselves.
Woo, honey, that just makes me happy.
It makes me happy, because this is what I say to all of my young people that I'm working with. I mean, I'm working with professionals every day, but with the young people, what I remind them is that this rehearsal process is discovery, and for you to find it. Because when I was directed by Jerome Robbins in West Side Story as Anita in West Side Story, he would change my performance every day. He'd tell me, do it like that. He'd call me Anita. Do it like this, do it like that. But at the opening night, he said to me, do it like you did it the first time.
Because now,
but you know what, like now I had all these options, and what he was saying is it belonged to me. So I'm trying to get my young people to understand that I will direct them, I will choreograph, the teachers will do whatever, even our professionals. But at the end of the day, when the lights go on, it's you. It's not me, it's you. And you have to own it, which is why I say to them, there are no mistakes. There's no mistakes. This is the performance that we are seeing. This is the experience. So
Yeah.
you have to take whatever happens. Girl, I was doing West Side Story one time, and they took me up in this big lift. Somebody stepped on the petticoat. I had a mile of fabric following me for the rest of the dance at the gym. Child, I took that fabric, twirled it around my neck, around my waist, and kept going. There's no such things as mistakes. It's live, it's theater, it's whatever it is. You make it into what it is. What you gotta go?
Somebody was at the door making a delivery. He's walking away.
I know, child. My grandbaby's gonna be in here
I
in a minute.
know it's time for us.
Wait
We
till
could go on forever. We could go on forever.
Wait till you meet Avia.
I know.
Oh my
Is it
God.
pronounced? How is it pronounced? Is it pronounced
Avia.
Avia? That's what I thought.
Avia.
Avia.
Avia J. Oh, wait. Can Auntie Liz see? Come here, Shiloh.
Oh,
Shiloh,
where's my Shiloh?
Come here, Shiloh. Come and say hi to Auntie Liz. Come here. She got a teacup set, honey, for Christmas. It is her favorite thing in life. Come here.
Let me see. Oh, Shiloh. Hi, pretty baby.
Hi, Auntie Liz.
Hi, Vivi.
Oh, Jesus. Say, I got a teacup. Say, I got a teacup, Auntie Liz.
Oh,
say, hi, Auntie Liz. Hi, Uncle. Wait. Say, hi, Auntie Liz. Hi, Uncle.
Hi, Shiloh.
This is my treasure. Oh, Vivian. The baby is just priceless. This is the best thing that's happened in our lives. This is the best thing that's happened in our lives. And Vivian is such a good mommy.
Yes, she is.
So Shiloh can say her ABC. She can count to 20. And she'll tell you every night, I want to read a book on Ma D. That's my name. Ma D.
You all be safe. You stay safe.
We are. All right. Okay. Uh-oh, that little one is so cute, Vivi.
And do me a favor, Debbie. Debbie, do me a favor.
What?
Give Mom a big hug and kiss for me.
Okay, I will, Liz.
And tell her that the people in Chester, South Carolina ask about her all the time.
Yes.
The people in South Carolina ask about her, and they send her their love. Please let her know.
I know. We get Christmas cards. She's aware.
Yeah.
And Lish, I love you. And this was so much fun. And we'll do this again soon. Mwah. Okay. And we're going to practice next time. And we're going to say thank you to our audience, all the people that hung out with us today. Bye.
Bye. And thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. We'll do this again in a couple of months. We'll do it again. Bye.
Bye-bye.